What's going on, everybody? So I'm doing my check-in from, I've just completed the first 30 days of my personal carnivore experiment, and I gotta say I'm a little surprised at the results. And as a lot of you may have known or know from some of our previous live chats, I really like my vegetables, and I've learned, especially since going to keto, how much I like leafy green vegetables like spinach and kale and collard greens and all that good stuff, broccoli and cauliflower, and I've just been eating way more veg than I ever did before keto. So I was unsure how the carnivore experiment would go. Now the reason for even starting it in the first place was I have been kind of stuck at a weight and a size for a number of months. I've been ping-ponging between this 5-pound range of weight and couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. And again, what happens in the very beginning is you tend to lose weight very, very quickly. It slows down, but then it stays kind of constant, and you'll have ups and downs and dips and all of that. But as you go on and lose more and more weight, you're going to have to refine what you're doing and fine tune it. And so that's what I was doing. And the best way I've thought to determine what might be holding me back, whether it be something I'm eating or errors that I'm making, would be just to eliminate everything but meat and animal products for 30 days and see how I felt and see what the results of that were. So for the last 30 days, I've had nothing but beef, chicken, fish, lamb, eggs, and some cheese. No dairy as far as liquid dairy, and coffee, but you know, coffee's a drink. I mean, and no, obviously no sugar, and an occasional every now and then a little bit of liquid sweetener without the not the powdered kind that has maltodextrin, dextrose, things like that could be bad. What I found after just about the first week was it got incredibly easy. I had a lot more energy after I ate, and I stayed full a lot longer. It made intermittent fasting, when I decided to do that, very, very easy, almost effortless. I actually found myself by the end of the day, as dinner approached, just craving that steak that I was going to have, or that chicken, or that lamb, or that salmon, or whatever it was going to be. Just really actually looking forward and kind of craving more of that meat. So it was very kind of a primal thing. So as much as I thought I would miss the vegetables, I really didn't after about a week. And it's kind of similar to after your first couple of weeks of just getting on keto and missing the carbs and things. So the other reason, again, for the elimination of everything else is that now that they're out of my system for 30 days, if I choose to, I can start adding things back in and see what I'm sensitive to individually. Some people are sensitive to nightshades, which would be your tomatoes, peppers, zucchini, squash, things like that, eggplant. Some, it could be cruciferous, you know, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, all those things, that family of vegetables that I love. So because I've eliminated everything, now I can add things back in slowly, see how I feel, if I get any inflammation, things like that. So that's all really good. I feel good. Don't miss the vegetables as much as I thought I would. Every now and then I go, hey, it'd be nice to have some spinach or something, but I think I think it's funny that I think of it as cheating now to eat a vegetable, which, you know, if that's a cheat, I'll take it, but I haven't. So even though I say, you know, stay off the scale, you know, hey, I'm susceptible to all of that as everybody else. You know, I'm in this to not only get healthy, but to lose weight. So I figure if I'm getting healthier, maybe I'm losing weight. Well, in that month, it's almost to the tenth of a pound that I lost 10 pounds. So it's 10.1, something like that. So, you know, if anybody can average 10 pounds a month, I think that's a nice healthy pace, especially as you lose more and more weight, and you have less to lose. That number is going to probably shrink. So the dramatic results you may see in the beginning are going to shrink. So the 10 pounds in the last month I'm very happy with. I feel better. I could notice that my clothes are fitting even better than they were. And so I'm going to kind of keep going on with Carnivore for a while, but not as strict as I've been. If now that the experiment phase is over, like I said, I'll be adding some stuff back in. Like for tonight, I'm actually going to make some noodle-free beef stroganoff, and so that'll have some mushrooms and a little bit of onion in it, and probably a splash of wine in the sauce. So I feel good there. 10 pounds down, clothes fitting better, energy. Sometimes it's even hard to get tired enough to go to bed at night. And then I wake up and I feel good in the morning. So yesterday I had some blood work drawn. I've got a cardiologist appointment on Friday the 5th. So in preparation for that, we had what's called a CMP, which is Comprehensive Metabolic Panel, plus a lipid, and everything actually looks really good. Triglycerides are in the good range, HDL's in a good range, LDL's a tiny bit elevated, 105, should be under 99. According to the new, they just actually lowered the guidelines again, the reference range, probably just to sell you more Lipitor. But all of those are fantastic. For some reason, my cardiologist, who may or may not, depending on our conversation we have on Friday, be my cardiologist much longer, did not want to order a A1C for me. So I ordered it myself. And here in Arizona, in most states, you can self-order your tests. Here in Arizona, we have Sonora Quest Laboratories. Rest of the country, it's just I think, Quest Labs, and then there's LabCorp. Most of them have a portal. You can go in, sign up, order your own tests. Some states don't allow it. I think New York, New Jersey, there's a couple states out there that think that you shouldn't have the ability to order your own blood tests. You might want to write your senators about that. Anyway, different story. So I went ahead and I ordered my own hemoglobin A1C, which is, as you probably know, is kind of a 3-month average of what your blood sugar has been doing. Unfortunately, you're not able in Arizona to self-order a C-peptide, otherwise I would have. But hemoglobin A1C, 5.4, so that's outstanding. It should be below 5.6, 5.7, you're pre-diabetic, 6.1, 6.2, you're diabetic. So somewhere in that range anyhow. A1C of 5.4 tells me that my blood sugar has been averaging at a low amount, even with whatever small spikes there are throughout the day. And speaking of spikes throughout the day, I had fasted for about 18 hours when I had this blood work drawn, having no carbs other than what I call residual carbs that were in the eggs and a little bit in the cheese. Eggs have some carbs in it, and cheese has a little bit. So I'm averaging about 3 to 4 grams of carbs a day just through the eggs and cheese. And apparently I have a load of clothes in the dryer that are done. Anyway, the glucose at the time of my blood draw yesterday was 121. And that's after fasting 18 hours. So that's it might seem a little unusual. However, but since I'm carnivore, I'm not eating any carbs. I'm not concerned about that. What that probably meant is that just at that point during the day, my body decided I needed some energy, some sort of quick energy. So the liver decided to create some, using gluconeogenesis, take some of that protein that has been there in abundance, make some blood sugar, give me some energy to get through the day until I finally did eat about an hour after the blood was drawn. So kind of unusual to think, hey, I'm not eating anything that should spike my insulin, or excuse me, my glucose, but yet it was 121 when fasting should be below 100. But doesn't concern me, especially when you compare it to the A1C of 5.4. So no big deal. So anyway, that's the rundown on just this personal experiment I've done. Now I'm going to add, like I said, some veggies and stuff back in, but I think I'm going to stick around the primarily carnivore lifestyle for a while because blood work's good. I feel good. I'm not really craving anything, so I'm real happy with it. So what I'll do is I'll actually upload these blood reports for you guys to take a look at yourself, and then you can see the reference ranges and all that kind of stuff if you're curious. So there we go. Hey, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Keto on, keto strong. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. If you need any one-on-one coaching, hit me up, and be happy to review food logs and kind of give you some advice on whatever you might need advice on. So, all right, guys, that's my update. Take care. Have a good one.